Let me take you back to a time when doctors believed bleeding patients with leeches could cure almost anything. Sounds absurd now, right? But the truth is, we're still holding on to medical myths that are just as outdated, and some of them might be putting your health at risk. Let us start with one that nearly everyone believes. You should drink 8 glasses of water a day. The truth: there's no solid science behind this number. Hydration needs vary by individual, climate, and activity level. If you're eating fruits, vegetables, and drinking when you're thirsty, you're probably doing just fine. Overhydration, in fact, can lead to a dangerous condition called hyponatremia, too little sodium in the blood. Next up, you only use 10% of your brain. Hollywood loves this one, but modern neuroscience shows it's completely false. Functional MRI scans reveal that virtually all parts of the brain have identifiable functions, and they're reactive even during sleep. So no, unlocking the other 90% won't give you superpowers. You're already using your full potential. Now, let's bust a big one. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. Studies, including one published in PLOS 1, have shown no link between knuckle cracking and arthritis. The popping sound is just gas bubbles collapsing in the joint fluid. Annoying? Maybe. Harmful? Not really. Here's another myth that's been handed down like a family heirloom. You lose most of your body heat through your head. This belief comes from a flawed 1950s military experiment. The reality? You lose heat from any exposed body part. Wearing a hat helps, but it's no more magical than wearing gloves or socks. Number 5. Feed a cold, starve a fever. This one's dangerous. When you're sick, cold, or fever, your body needs energy and hydration to fight off infection. Starving yourself can actually prolong illness. The modern advice? Eat if you're hungry, hydrate no matter what. And how about this old wives' tale? Vaccines cause autism. This myth originated from a discredited and retracted study in the late 90s. Dozens of large-scale studies since then, including those by the CDC and WHO, have found no link between vaccines and autism. None. Spreading this myth has cost lives and brought back preventable diseases like measles. Let's talk about sugar and hyperactivity. Parents swear sugar makes their kids bounce off the walls, but placebo-controlled studies say otherwise. One study even gave kids identical drinks, some labeled sugar and others not. Parents rated the sugar kids as more hyper, even though there was no actual sugar involved. Then there's this classic: you can catch a cold from being cold. Chilly weather doesn't make you sick, viruses do. But cold air can dry out your nasal passages, making you slightly more vulnerable. Still, the only way to actually catch a cold is through contact with someone who has the virus. Number 9. You need antibiotics for every infection. This one's not just wrong, it's dangerous. Antibiotics work only against bacteria, not viruses. Taking them unnecessarily leads to antibiotic resistance, which the WHO calls one of the biggest threats to global health. For viral infections like the flu or common cold, rest, fluids, and time are your best bet. And finally, let's end with a shocker. Natural means safe. Arsenic is natural. So is poison ivy. Just because a product says natural doesn't mean it's harmless or effective. Many herbal supplements can interfere with medications or cause side effects. Always talk to your doctor before taking them, especially if you're on other treatments. The truth is, medicine is constantly evolving. What we thought was fact 20 years ago can be myth today. The key is to stay curious and skeptical. And here's a bonus tip. Question your assumptions. Ask your doctor, look up real studies, and don't believe everything you hear at the dinner table or on TikTok. The most dangerous medical myth? Believing you already know it all. If any of these myths surprised you, hit that like button. Share it with someone who still cracks their knuckles in fear. And let's keep busting myths with facts.